Hello and welcome back to my channel. It has been quite some time since I filmed. I became extremely ill, legitimately prevented me from doing the one thing that I wanted to do, which was make videos. So without further ado, let's jump right into my favorite skincare and hair care items of the moment. About some of these items in other videos, but I just wanted to recap in case someone's missed it. Basically, my favorite shampoo of the moment and conditioner is the Kenra clarifying shampoo. So I really love this grapefruit smelling shampoo and then this very cocoa-y, like shea buttery smelling conditioner. These two things have been a staple for my hair care routine, mainly because I use a lot of hair products and I use a ton of dry shampoo. I work out, my scalp builds up quite the little ecosystem, which sounds absolutely disgusting. So it's really important for me to be able to have a shampoo that can just go right in, get all the grit off of the scalp, and just make me feel like I'm gonna have like a super fresh start when I'm doing my hair. The next items I want to talk about are these invisible bobbies, or Invisibobbles. So basically they are hair ties, but they're like a modern updated version, and better than anything else I've ever seen on the market, they don't crease your hair. So it's just a little like almost telephone cordy, plasticky feeling little band, and you wrap this around your ponytail. And I have a very thick ponytail, and typically whenever I use traditional hair ties, I have to use two if I want a really secure ponytail or bun, and they often break. This can actually wrap around my ponytail 3 times. It does not break, and I love it because when I tie my hair back to wash my face at night, I don't want it to crease. This totally prevents that for me. So the next items I want to talk about are the Oaui Hair Care products. I mentioned them in a December gift guide that I created, and basically it's a little gift set from Sephora, and it comes with their dry shampoo, their texturizing spray, and then a spray to like smooth out your ends. I love these products. I read online that some people really don't like the fragrance. I personally do not mind it. To me, it just smells like a very luxurious perfume, and I typically spritz a little bit of my perfume in my hair anyway. But I noticed that after about 8 hours, you can't smell it anymore. This hair care line, you can smell for hours. I mean, all day long. And the next morning, I can smell the Oaui products in my hair, and they work amazing. So Jen Atkins developed them, and she's a celebrity hairstylist. She's most well known for doing the Kardashians' hair, and she is phenomenal. When she came out with the hair care line, I knew that it was going to be good because someone of that caliber, when they start to put their name on products, you know that they put so much R&D into it, and they really just care about what they're putting out on the market. I wanted to test out the products for myself to see if I like them, and I specifically really wanted the texturizing hairspray and the dry shampoo. So these are the two things I really wanted. I didn't really care for this, but I ended up liking it, so it was a nice surprise. And the fact that it came in a little gift set and it was on sale on Sephora.com made it all the more enticing for me. Also, the gift set came with a hair mask. I think it's 3 in here. I have not used these yet, but I definitely plan on it because my ends feel extremely dry. I definitely overstyle my hair, and it needs a good mask. This is nice because they're small enough to fit in like a little toiletry bag if you're traveling, and they don't take up too much space in your bathroom. So I'm really pleased with this, and I cannot wait to try it. Now, my last hair care item that I want to talk about is the Not Your Mother Whip It Up Cream Styling Mousse. So I have not used mousse in years. Basically, this claims to build up the volume in the body, and that's exactly what it does. I use 2 pumps. I start at the top of my hair in the roots, work my way down, and then I use the second pump to work through the ends. This basically primes my hair to curl. And so a lot of products that you use in like heat protectants are very hydrating, but my hair is very thick and heavy, and if I put something that's just way too moisturizing in it, it starts to drop the curl and my hair's flat within like an hour. This totally preps my strands to be able to like accept the heat from the flat iron or the curling iron, locks it in place, but it doesn't make it crunchy. So I feel like this is definitely a hero product. I don't see a lot of people talk about this, and this is the smaller version that I got from the travel section at Target. I always start out with smaller toiletries and smaller hair care and beauty items just to see if I like them before I actually commit to the full-size product, and I will absolutely be buying the full size of this. So like I mentioned before, I always go in with trial size items before committing to the larger size to see if I like something. When I was shopping on Sephora's website, I wanted to try the Olli Henriksen line, and I was looking for a good exfoliator. So prior to this, I was using the Dermalogica micro exfoliant, and it was like a very powdery enzyme feeling, but I wanted something that was just a little more heavy duty than that. I am addicted to scrubbing my face and exfoliating. I am super guilty of that, but I wasn't getting that squeaky clean feeling. So I wanted to try the Transforming Walnut Scrub. This actually has walnut extract in it, and the exfoliating pieces are very large, so they're slightly chunky. They're bigger than I expected. They're comparable to like the St. Ives Apricot Scrub, except for these don't damage your skin. It actually has white tea and green tea in it as well, which is known to calm the skin. And so even though I'm going in and doing this super intense deep clean, it's not irritating my skin. And this gets off, I would say, 90% of my makeup. So once I go in with the makeup wipe and I go in with the exfoliator, I would say this is like the real deal. This is what actually takes off most of my makeup. Then I go in with this Truth Cleansing Foaming Cleanser. So this is another product by the Olli line that I really wanted to try. And the reason I wanted to try this is because it actually has humectants in it. And so, as you know, exfoliating can sometimes dehydrate your skin. Using a cleanser like this actually pulls moisture to the surface of your skin, and so it kind of just takes any little bit of that last residue off and really conditions the skin. After I use this, I never feel like my skin's really dehydrated, but then at the same time it also doesn't feel like it's dirty and greasy all over again. So this is an amazing cleanser and it smells like heaven. So when I feel like I have problem areas, I want to go in with a glycolic wash or something that has like very strong anti-acne bactericidal agents in them. This is a cleanser that I found on Amazon and it has benzoyl peroxide in it. So basically benzoyl peroxide will kill the bacteria, really attack the acne, and it basically pulls out the oil in your pores that is actually causing your breakouts. You can buy this over the counter in 2, 5, or 10%. This acne wash is actually in 10%, and all you do is you wash your face, you rub it into your skin for about a minute, and you let it sit for 3 to 5 minutes. I can tell you that I let this sit for the first time for like a minute, and the next day my skin was completely clear. This is amazing. I can only imagine what it would actually do if you let it sit on your skin for 3 to 5 minutes. I would say to test this on small areas on your skin before going in and really using it all over your face. I definitely felt like I had just a lot of trapped oil in my skin. I didn't necessarily have breakouts, but I just felt like when you got really close with the magnifying mirror, you could see just little pores and texture, and it wasn't exactly acne, but it wasn't exactly clear skin either, and that bugged me. So I really wanted something that was heavy duty that could just go in and really pull the oil to the surface, and this is that cleanser. It is amazing. I do not recommend using this every single day. I think it will dry out your skin, but I do think it's really great if you are experiencing a breakout or if you just want to use it every 3 days to really just condition your skin and fight any bacteria that might be lurking. Another cleanser that I got that I think everyone's really familiar with is the Tatcha Deep Cleanse. This came in a little gift set, and I wanted to try this because I know that this line is super hot right now, but I also know that it's really expensive, and so of course before I committed to like the $65 or $80 version of this, I wanted to make sure I liked it. This has a lot of Japanese ingredients like chamomile and like fruit extracts, and basically it is a very, very gentle cleanser, but it gently exfoliates your skin as well. So I know that traditionally when we hear the word exfoliate, we think, oh, scrubbing and microderm and let's get really in there and break up like the surface of the skin, but you can actually do that in a more gentle way, and your skin actually responds better when you go in more gently. It does what you want it to whenever you just approach it with a more soft technique. This cleanser is exactly that. It smells like heaven. It's super luxurious, it's very creamy, and I use this on days that I don't wear a lot of makeup or days that I don't really need a super deep clean. I kind of just want to rinse my face off. This is also something that I could use in the mornings as well if I just woke up and I feel like my skin's a little parched. I don't know if I would buy the full-size version of this because it's not something I use every single day, but if you don't have acne prone skin, if you have more dry skin, get the full-size version of this. For me, I don't. I have to use more acne-based products and more like oil pulling and drying products, and so this wouldn't be effective for me to buy the $65 version of this, but if you do have dry skin, absolutely invest in this. I think it would literally change your life. Okay, so for more acne treatment, this is Differin Gel. I feel like this came out in the early 2000s and everyone was talking about it because it was like in 17 magazine and YM, if anyone remembers YM magazine, and I always just kind of wrote it off as like, oh, it's just like, you know, one of those things they're marketing heavily, but I have done some intense research lately, and basically this actually has the same ingredients as my prescription acne cream that I used to use. Let's just cut to a little story time. In college, I used to have random breakouts that were really bad, and they would cluster in my cheeks, and they would cluster in my hairline, and they were just awful, and I could not get rid of them. So I went to a dermatologist and he put me on 2 different prescription pills and 2 different topical creams, and my skin was amazing afterwards. But the reality of it is I didn't want to be on pills for the rest of my life, and I didn't like that I had to depend on these things to have clear skin. I also knew that I needed to be able to treat my acne from within. So after a few diet and lifestyle changes, my skin cleared up on its own once I quit taking the medicine, but I also still wanted to use the topical creams because I didn't feel like those would be harmful. And the Helin acne treatment, which I'm probably saying that incorrectly, is the same thing as the prescription topical cream that I used to get from them. This is available on Amazon, and the first night that I used this, the next day I woke up and my skin felt so much better. So prior to using things like this, I used to be able to just like run my finger across my skin, and although it looked really clear and it was relatively soft, you could still feel some texture, and I hated the way that felt. I wanted to be able to get my skin to a place where I could just wear like tinted moisturizer, brows, mascara, and gloss, and just, you know, be comfortable in my skin. I wanted to be able to like love my skin and really take care of it and treat it correctly. So we all know that K-beauty is like a huge thing right now, and honestly, I didn't jump on the bandwagon. I always wait for things to like reach their peak and then die down before I really go in and just like figure things out for myself, because I feel like the beauty industry can be very gimmicky. I always wait till that kind of dies down before I dive in. But I came across these acne pimple patches, and basically they are a hydrocolloid solution, and in the medical field that's actually used to draw water and pus and liquid out of wounds and burns. This does the same thing except for your acne. So there's a million different types of acne, and I'll probably do a separate video on all the different type of breakouts you can get, but the worst kind of acne that I experience is the nodular acne. So nodular acne is basically like your skin is here, and then nodular acne is where it's just raised underneath the skin. You cannot pop it. You can feel how wide it is. It's almost like it's like whenever you visit here, but out here it's hurting. Like it's spanning across a very wide distance on your face, and you cannot pop it, nor should you, because to be honest, all it is pus. So unlike whiteheads, where you're pushing something out and you see that white line, which is so disgusting, but that's white blood cells that are dead, or you have blackheads, which is a comedo and it's a clogged pore, and so you see the black part come out. You don't have that with nodular acne. It's literally like you would be puncturing your skin. It's almost like taking scissors and cutting your skin and having pus come out. You should not pop it. We all know that we love to pop pimples. I mean, it's just the gross truth about it. So being able to put this patch on your acne is a lifesaver. Let me show you what these look like. And they come in all different sizes, and it's a hydrocolloid solution, and it's a clear patch that's, you know, transparent. You put it on your acne and it literally blends straight into your skin, smooths out. You can't even tell they're on. And then you take it off in the morning, and in the morning it will have turned white, and that's how you know it pulled the solution from your skin. I had a breakout here, and I tell you, it was nodular acne. It would not go away. It would not go away. I mean, it lingered forever, and it's scarred because of course I picked at it. I came across these, I put this, and this zit has been haunting me for like 2 weeks. I put this on last night, gone today. Of course there's still scarring, but I'm going to get to how to battle that in a second. I mean, I literally can't believe I just discovered these, and I feel like everyone should have these in their kit. You need to keep these stored in a cool, dry place, and specifically a dark place. You don't want to expose them to light, so it's really important to keep them in this actual package. So to fight scars and hyperpigmentation, it's really important to go in with a vitamin C product. So this is the Truth Serum from Olli, and basically what it does is promote collagen plumpness in the skin, so it makes you look like you've just got a very youthful glow, but also it fights hyperpigmentation. So as I told you that I had that massive scar right there from that nodular cyst, this actually is going to help fade that scar. And since I've been using this for about a week and a half now, I have noticed that all of my scars on my face have dissipated. Like, I don't feel weird about going to the gym without makeup on now. I am pretty confident. I mean, it's not like I'm like exactly where I want to be with my skin, but at the same time, it's totally getting me there. Vitamin C is awesome for cell turnover. So basically your skin has 3 layers, and cell turnover is how quickly the bottom layer moves to the top and the old skin sheds away. You want that new skin on top. This totally helps stimulate that. Cell turnover happens every 14 days in babies, which is why they have amazing skin. It takes 45 days for adults to have a full cell turnover cycle. Anything to speed that up is my friend. This product, I can absolutely tell you, is like, it's almost like I have a new face every single day, and I love it. I can't even imagine starting my makeup without this, and I love being able to just pat it in my skin after I've got all my acne treatments on at night, or lightly dusting it on underneath my eyes before I start my eye makeup, and it's an amazing primer as well. Okay, and lastly, the one product that I absolutely adore and will absolutely be buying the full size of is the Tatcha water cream. So as I mentioned before, I have oilier skin, and well, I would say it's combo now, but growing up it was definitely oily, and the idea of putting on moisturizer when it was oily, I just couldn't wrap my head around that. But as I got older and I researched skin a little bit more, I understood that dehydrated skin often produces compensation oil, which basically is why when you see someone's face, or freelancing, I would sit down to do someone's makeup, I would notice that it was dry and flaky but greasy at the same time, and I knew it's because their skin was dehydrated. And the more dehydrated your skin is, the more moisturizer it needs, except for it doesn't feel good on my face sometimes. I don't feel clean. I feel like it's dirty. I feel like I need to go wash it again. I just don't like the way a heavy film feels on my face. I know that sounds funny because I just said I like it on my eyes, but when I'm going to bed, I don't pay attention to it. But running errands throughout the day, or even before starting my makeup, I just don't want it to feel greasy. I feel like it's going to move my makeup. It's going to clog my pores. It's just mentally, I can't wrap my head around it, except for I tried the water cream. And it's just this tiny little travel size one, which I'll totally go in and buy the full size, but it's a very lightweight, luxurious moisturizer. I definitely felt like it soaked straight into my skin, and it just made me look like I had soft, supple skin, and I didn't feel it on my face. Typically when I've used other moisturizers, I felt like, oh my god, my face is like, I've got cream on my face. This, I didn't feel like it at all. It just felt soft and dewy and pretty, and it didn't have an obnoxious fragrance. It smelled very fresh and clean, and I can totally see why everyone goes crazy for Tatcha products now. They are very good, and I didn't mind using this when I had a breakout. Other moisturizers, I'm like, oh, put this everywhere except for the broken out area. This, I didn't mind swiping over the acne. It didn't bother me. It didn't make me feel like it was going to make it any worse. So I think that's definitely a winner in my book, and I'll definitely be buying a larger version of this once this little baby runs out. So that is it, you guys, for my favorite products that I use to fight acne, discoloration, hyperpigmentation, wrinkles, to get my hair to look the way it looks, and to tie my hair back. I mean, I literally covered everything from pretty much how I get ready in the morning to how I take things off at night. If you have any questions, comment below. Also, I'm going to be uploading on my blog very detailed, broken down descriptions of what everything is that I talked about, from AHA to BHA to what microderm and what exfoliating actually is, and what certain products do, what acids do, what you should do if you have dehydrated skin, what you should do if you have oily skin, what fights rosacea, acne. I mean, it's a super in-depth, but yeah, basically I detailed everything for you. Comment below if you have any questions, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Hold me close till I get out.